So the developer direct has come to an end. We got Avowed, we got Indiana Jones, we got HellBlade 2, we got Aura, and we got a surprise showing of Visions of Mana. The dev direct itself was absolutely awesome. HellBlade was exactly what I was looking for and expected. Could it have had more gameplay? Sure, it's coming out in May, and from what we've seen, it's going to have the same length on average as the first HellBlade, which is exactly what I was looking for. It doesn't need to be an 80-hour game, but as you could tell from what we're going to be going through today, it looks like the ponies have had another idea. Basically, they've seen the developers direct from Xbox. They've looked at what they got for the past few months. They didn't see a single PlayStation 5 insignia there. You know, their hopes and dreams of Xbox going third party just fell down and crumbled before their very eyes, considering they have no games going towards their platform that is first party and very little that is third party that is exclusive to their platform, because everything that they've got coming in the next few months is pretty much going to PC as well. Now they're kind of in a position where, what do we actually have going on? Sony isn't releasing anything. 2023 was a bust. It looks like 2024 is going to be a bust. What is going on at PlayStation? And so now they've directed themselves over to Xbox. Now, the developer direct was a phenomenal success. It actually showed the games that we were looking for. It actually showcased stuff that we were happy with. Now, Indiana Jones could have been a little controversial in the end. People were expecting third person. Machine games don't really make third person. Generally, they make third person, and that is pretty much where it's been. However, it actually looked great. It was true to the lore. It was true to the, the material. So as far as I'm concerned, it was a win-win in my books. Could it have, could they offer a third person mode at some point? Maybe. I guess they can still add it in if they really wanted to, but it might go against the design choices that they've actually made. That said though, it has been a phenomenal success. Of course, you can't really end it there, because the salt miners out there with the ponies, they've came out through the stables, and now they've decided to try and downplay another successful developer direct. Now, Xbox has had what, 2-3 showcases now that have all been fire. They've been amazing. They've been great. And considering PlayStation have had now 2 showcases which have been so bad that even the PlayStation fans turned against Sony to say, what the hell is this? They've decided that they're now going to come out and attack Xbox, especially when it comes to the showcase that they actually gave. Now, obviously, one of the sad news that came out today was the fact that Senua's Saga HellBlade 2 is only going to be digital only. Now, there are reasons for this, something that I discussed during my stream today, but mainly it's to capitalize on the sales. But it is going to be $49.99, so they are passing that saving, just like Remedy did with Alan Wake, to the consumer. So if you're getting this on Game Pass, it's going to be part of your subscription anyway, but if you want to buy it digitally, it's going to be $49.99. At the same time, none of these people have a problem buying games on Steam, by the way. They've got a huge Steam catalog. They don't care about buying games on Steam. They don't go and complain about a physical on Steam, but they do have a problem complaining about it when it comes to the, other platforms. But as you can see here, you've got J-Dub, who says, HellBlade 2 is a smaller, light title game that not full price and won't have a physical release. Thoughts? I mean, considering the game is going to be the same length as Wolverine and Venom, can you really say that? Not only are you getting an amazing game that looks brilliant, but also it's cheaper than the games that you're getting and probably has a superior story in every way, shape and form, and it's probably going to deliver a much better experience. So not only is it probably going to be the same length, because we've already seen through the Insomniac leaks that it is pretty similar. I mean, they say in HellBlade, it's going to be similar to HellBlade, which is around 10 hours. I think it took me about 14 hours to complete it. But, if it's going to be similar to that, that's not a bad length at all for a game at £50. Now, of course, when we're looking at Venom, it says 8 to 10, and Wolverine's going to be something similar. So what are they complaining about? Then we go over to Deuce. Nah, this is absolute trash and only first person. Xbox keeping the L's. And yet, where is the Sony showcase? Baby steps? Is that what they want to live and die on? They want to celebrate baby steps? They haven't had a decent showcase in a whole year, and they probably ain't gonna get one this year. What a it's just like, how can they actually come and say that this looks trash? It looks absolutely great. It's got the charm, it's got the flair, it's got what I expect to be indie. Now, the one thing I will complain about is the fact that it's not using Harrison Ford's voice. Maybe they didn't want to spend the money for that and just use his likeness. But at the end of the day, I think they could have went that one step further. Could they have made this third person? Sure, but then Machine Games wouldn't have been developing it. Then we have over here with Logan Meyer saying, rather than have an 8-hour S-tier experience than some bloated monstrosity that is a soulless fetch quest sim. Spider-Man 2, I'm looking at you because that is exactly what you are. If you play the main campaign on its own, not only are you going to be starved without any resources because the game decides that the only way you're going to get resources is by doing the side quests, so pushing that aside and making your life a living hell trying to get through the story, unless you're playing it on the easiest setting, if you go through the story, it's been completed within 8 hours. Now, was it an overall good experience? No. But if this is going to be a phenomenal experience like the first game was, and we already know it's not going to be 8 hours, it's going to be roughly about 10 to 14 hours, then I am perfectly happy with a game like that that doesn't need to be bloated or extended. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a win for me too. Then we have this over here. We got King Fresh deciding, bruh, Avowed, trash, outdated. Avowed actually looked absolutely amazing. I had my reservations for Avowed, and it looked so good. I mean, the gameplay we saw a few months ago was kind of borderline. I wasn't sure. It didn't look all that. It kind of looked cartoony, but they fixed that up real good. So to say trash and outdated, it clearly shows how salty he actually is regarding this. Now, he says HellBlade 2 is short indie game. And then if we look at what I said here, so much salt. I should learn to spell a bit better. You know, you just called Wolverine, and I guess I should have written here, and Venom, a small indie game, as it's the same length. Difference being, Wolverine will have 4 hours of cutscenes and almost 2 hours of gameplay, whereas HellBlade is generally full gameplay. So there's that. Surprise game being third party. These guys are capping for third party like there's no tomorrow because that's all they've got. Then you got King Fresher over here that says surprise game equals third party. Yet you look at what they've got coming. Tekken is a third party multiplat. Prince of Persia multiplat. Final Fantasy is only a 3-month exclusive and it's a multiplat. Like a Dragon is a multiplat. Helldivers it's going to PC anyway. Ronin is also going to PC. The only game that they don't have going to PC right now is Stellar Arse Cheeks, and that's because they pretty much paid for the whole development of that game. So what is he exactly going on about when he talks about third party? Ara is a PC game. Sure, Microsoft does work on PCs. I mean, they are capping really hard there. And Indiana Jones is a mid-movie game. And yet, what is Spider-Man and Venom and Wolverine? They are mid-comic book movie games. And so this is Xbox. I mean, they have jack shit coming for them in 2024 and they're still capping for this shit. My God, they are so bad. Then you've got Icon Era over here after the direct. Who really cares about Xbox? Like, they're trying to get some kind of... You guys must be mad. Not a single PS logo on any game, but Xbox is going third. Like, Microsoft turned around and basically slam dunked them in their face so hard they didn't know what hit them. Then you've got J-Rock over here adding that extra bit of salt. What they wanted to see, y'all stuck with Foam Stars and Helldivers because that's where they're going. They wanted to see that PS5 logo there and they failed. They wanted to see that PS5 logo there and they failed. They wanted to see that PS5 logo there, and now that they don't see that PS5 logo there, oh, these games are trash, man. These games are trash. We don't want none of these games. But 2 days ago, can't wait to play HellBlade Senua on my PS5. Oh, I can't wait to play Avowed on my PS5. Oh, I can't wait to play Indiana Jones on my PS5. And now that they've been completely bitch slapped down to home reality, and these games are going to be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem, they are now capping like their life depends on it to try and change that tune. I bet right now they are in the stables having a donkey's meeting and turning around. I mean, this is exactly what I think they're doing right now.
Hello guys, how are you? I am happy. I hope you will be happy.
Yeah, they're pretty much arguing amongst themselves to come together, congregate, and come out as one force to go against everything that's coming. They are so hurt that Xbox is coming out with guns blazing exclusive games to the Xbox ecosystem. And the fact is, they have nothing this year. Nothing. And they had Spider Mid last year, and that didn't really work out for them either, did it? Now, of course, you got McQuack over here looking at these very interesting. Xbox no longer calling their games exclusive. Not saying these are coming to consoles, but looking at the release date for Visions of Mana, we know that's coming to consoles. But the other games share the same format. Very interesting. But they're telling you exactly what formats they're coming for. It's not going to any other place. Senua, Indiana Jones, Avowed, none of these games are going third party. None of these games are going multiplayer. They are staying on the Xbox ecosystem. You want to play these games? You either go buy an Xbox, you go buy a PC, or you join Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and get it on the cloud. I guess you could get Ultimate and then go get GeForce Now and then combine it that way, but that's a choice you're going to have to make, but you're still within the Xbox ecosystem. We had Dreamcast Guy release a video earlier today where he was pretty much almost in tears about how good the Xbox showcase was, the developers direct, and no matter how much he tried to find things to complain about, he just couldn't complain about anything. He tried to throw a dig here, a dig there, it didn't work. You could see the disappointment that there was nothing he could really say that was disappointing about it. He tried to say that, oh, there was too many developers talking in a developer's direct. Well, it's in the name. But at the end of the day, even he couldn't say anything, and he had to succumb to the fact that this was a great showcase. And even he turned around and goes, well, at the end of the day, I'm just going to play it for free anyway. I mean, my dude, you've paid for Game Pass. That means that if you've paid for Game Pass, you're not getting it for free. I don't care if it's costing you this much or that much. You're still paying for Game Pass, and if you've been paying for it all this time, you're paying for that I think it's like $200 in America for Game Pass Ultimate for a whole year. Yeah, Microsoft is taking your money, dude. You ain't getting shit for free. Man, these ponies are hurt bad. They're hurt real bad. And at the end of the day, no matter which way you look at it, that showcase was fire. Aura wasn't for me. I'll give it that. It wasn't. But my co-host absolutely loved it. And there are going to be people out there that love and lap up that shit. But to turn around and say that everything there was trash, mid, outdated, these ponies are hurting bad. I think, the next time you see a pony, they'll probably have like a open can of bean, an empty beans can with like them begging for some games. Maybe go to the Steam store, to the dollar section, and buy some of those weird, crazy games that people keep buying. Oh no, it's Alex. And start giving those, because at the end of the day, the quality of games that they're actually receiving right now ain't any better. Anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What did you like about the Dev Direct? Did you like Indiana Jones? Did you like Avowed? Did you like HellBlade? For me, all three of those were phenomenal. Visions of Mana was a surprise to see. That is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Aura, like I said, was not for me, but at the end of the day, I know there is a following for it. All of these games are going to come out in 2024. We've also got Stalker that's still coming. We've got Call of Duty Gulf War that's still coming. We've got Palworld that's coming tomorrow, exclusive to the Game Pass ecosystem. There are so many games coming to Xbox right now. It is fire. And none of these games are on PlayStation 5. So if you want to be gaming in 2024 with the best games, you know where to be. You know where to go. You know where to land. I don't need to say anymore because the rest speaks for itself. The ponies right now are in complete disarray. They've gone from 2027 to third party to now huddling up within their stables to try and find a point that they can make, an argument that they can make, a win that they could find to try and come back to Xbox fans to try and, get that one up. When in actual fact, even the S-Class gamer with all his might failed to do so. So at the end of the day, It's a massive win for Xbox. The showcase was fantastic, and I, for one, am looking forward to these games like there is no tomorrow. Massive win. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that discussion, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.